Well, it's time 6:33. And it's telling me that it's not recording, or it's no audio, which is a lie. Anyway, the title for today's video is a question. Is my dream an impossible one? I dream of a world run by sane people. Of course, sane people would not even try to run the world. They would operate on principles of truth and justice, with freedom for all who honor the most basic of principles, like do no harm, at least not intentionally. Of course, that principle grows out of the prime directive, love. Love yourself and your neighbor as yourself. And everyone is your neighbor. Too simple? Maybe I'm too simple. That's the world I've envisioned as long as I can remember. Will I see it come true in my lifetime? Indeed, after yesterday's video and the controversy that ensued about whether or not people's have information on their YouTube channel or not, whether that's a valid reason for judging them and thinking that they're just spammers because they have nothing there. And some of them are spammers, by the way. But anyway, that created, once again, controversy. And I've had a lot of controversy in my life as I look back. And a lot of people seem to argue for the status quo, or argue for something that from my perspective, will never work. We fight each other. We have trouble coming together with people that have supposedly a good vision and supposedly even a common vision. But we have people that say, no, I want to do it my way. I have not been one of those people that wants to just do it my way. I've gone out of my way to find people that I believed had a common vision. Swiss Indo was among that group. Actually, the Republic movement in the United States was part of that group, and I was active with various people in trying to wake people up about 9/11 truth and to establish what to me is legitimate governance, which is very minimal governance. And then, of course, I've been involved with the ambassador, and some people don't like the ambassador. That's too bad. I mean, I have had lots of personal interaction with him. Do I appreciate that the promise of his promise to help, provide me with $5,000? That was the promise. That's been the promise all along. And I've never seen a penny. I didn't even get reimbursed for getting my visa and stuff like that, because I was going to travel on a world passport, and he said don't do that. So I spent the money to get a visa and even rush it because I thought I was going to be making the trip very, very quickly. So I paid extra to have it run through the channels quickly, expedited it. In any case, I'm not going to dump the ambassador. He's a good guy. I've spent hours and hours and hours talking with him on a personal level. And as I've said to others, when I was in the hospital, he went out of his way to contact my family to make sure I was okay. And as soon as he could, he made contact with me, and we were able to converse even when I was still in the hospital. I believe I was still in the hospital when we first conversed. In any case, is my dream an impossible one? Is a world that works for people even viable? I talked with someone recently at length, and he personally does not believe that it will ever be any different than it is. There will always be people that take advantage of other people. There will always be people that lay down and let them take advantage of them. There will always be inconsistencies in the way things are. We're never going to have a nice world where people are good to each other, where people are that people hold to and uphold high ideals like I have. Are my ideals unrealistic? Is my dream an impossible one? I don't think so. I certainly hope not, because if they are impossible, then I've lived my whole life in vain, and I might just as well not struggle to try to make myself better. I should just stop exercising and and just stop doing things that are going to be good for me. The exercise, by the way, I mean, my body aches. I mean, I'm pushing my body. I'm pushing my body every day. The only day that I don't exercise, and that's only because the gym isn't open then, and that's Sunday mornings. I don't, as I've said before, I like to exercise in the mornings, and I do it. I mean, once I get this video done, I'm ready to go and exercise for the day. I'll be there by a little bit after 7 o'clock, between 7 and 7:15. And again, my dream is a world that works for all people. My dream is to set humanity free from the tyranny of a ruling class that is insane, a demonic ruling class that sees no problem in creating bloodshed and hardship for people, that sees no problem in depriving people of basic rights, of basic human needs like food and clean water. It's insane the way the world is, that we have a small group of people that live in apparent luxury while literally millions, going into the low billions even probably, are struggling just for survival, and many do not make it. Many not only do not make it, their lives are literally taken away from them. They are killed. Children, women, men, killed for no reason. No reason. Strife is built up, and we actually have people that are paying other people to be murderers. Yeah, this is the kind of world we live in. Is this the kind of world you like? Is this the kind of world you want? Is my dream impossible? That we can have a world that's based on, as I said, on truth and justice, with freedom for everybody? The only people that don't deserve freedom are those that try to take freedom away from other people. That's almost all of the ruling elite. They are the worst people. You wouldn't think of them as being the criminals, but they're the ones that create all the criminals in society. They pay for criminals to be criminals. They pay for murderers to be murderers. These are the people, this is the class that needs to be challenged and needs to be removed. Is my dream an impossible one, to remove the tyrants from their tyranny that they have spread on this planet and perhaps to other planets as well? Is that an impossible dream? Is that a vision that has no basis in any possible reality? I certainly hope not. I certainly hope not. And I don't want to agree with those that think it's always got to be this way. If it's always got to be this way, take me out of here. And I mean that literally. I don't want to be on a planet that continues to be run by idiots, by people with no compassion, by people with no sense of fairness and no sense of real justice. I don't want to be on a planet like that. And if that's what kind of planet has to exist in the universe for some strange reason, then there's a big mistake made by the Creator, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but I don't buy that the Creator would create something like that. I don't buy that, or even that when people are waking up now, if it was just a matter of getting people to awaken, I could maybe get it a little bit. But people are awake. Not everybody, but a significant number of us are awake. We realize that what's going on is insane. We realize it, and we want to do something about it. But the people with the apparent power that are backed by the system want to maintain the status quo and keep the tyranny going, keep the injustice thriving. Why? Because their illusion is being fed that they can be in control, and the powerful ones. Again, I don't want to run the world. I want to see the world operate peacefully, without tyrants, without dictators, without bullies. That's my dream. It's been my dream for a long time, and I sure as hell hope it's not impossible. And I do thank you for listening. Namaste.